You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
Welcome to the Hot Options Report, your premier source for insight into the fast-moving options market. Each day, we'll track down the products that are dominating the options chains and impacting your trading account, from Nvidia to VIX and everything in between. If it's lighting up the options tape, then you'll find it on the Hot Options Report.
All right, everybody, that music means we are back once again. It is time for your Hot Options Report for Wednesday, October 8th. My name, of course, Mark Longo from theoptionsinsider.com. Reminding you here at the top of the show, wherever you're getting this show, make sure you're subscribed to our full network. That way you're not missing out on any of our on-demand stuff. And, of course, if you want to go above and beyond, you want to get exclusive shows, pro Q&As, options oddities, giveaways, live streams, all sorts of goodies, early access to great content, theoptionsinsider.com/pro is the place to go to learn more. Now, if you're listening to this show, chances are that you're pretty serious about options trading. So let me put something on your radar. Public. It's the most cost-effective way to trade options. That's because Public is the only platform that gives you rebates on your options trades. They also have some of the industry's lowest index options fees, whether you're placing single leg or complex multi-leg trades. Every dollar counts. Check out public.com/optionsbrief and discover the most cost-effective way to trade options. Again, the Hot Options Report brought to you by Public. Full disclosures in the podcast description. All right, let's kick things off in the vol world this week. VIX, what's VIX up to these days? People have been wringing their hands about VIX for a while now. VIX coming into the end of the day today, giving back nearly a full point to the market gods, closing right around 1630, putting up 658,000 contracts on the tape. That may not sound like a lot, and it's not. But then again, the ADV has continued to erode. It is down sub 700K now, 686. So that volume has fallen off a cliff post-Fed, and so far at least, government shutdown, not doing much to gin up some new paper. The hot option out there today, such as it was, 28,000 of the October 35 calls. Average price for these, 14 cents. So 35s. Seems like a pretty distant strike right now. That said, there is some OI there, so this good chance this was closing. As we keep on going out to SPY. SPY putting up nearly 7.4 million contracts, almost exactly a million contracts shy of its ADV, which is 8.37 million out there right now. SPY closing today, gaining over 0.5% out there. 673.11 is where SPY went out. The hot option out there today, 678,000 of the appropriately enough 673 calls. These bad boys, though, going up for an average price of 31 cents out there, listeners. So if you held them through to the close, maybe not a great day for you. But then again, you didn't lose a ton. As we keep on rolling out to the S, moving a similar percentage, obviously today up nearly 0.6%, putting up 3.8 million contracts out there today in the SPX. The ADV out there right now, just shy of 4.25 million, so a little light out there as well. The hot option out there in the SPX today, 197,000 of the 67 doubles, the 67.55. See that strike 5 times fast. Average price for these, $2.28. Looks like this might have been a bit of a bridge too far if you rode them through the close. As we keep on rolling out to small caps, IWM gaining back 1% today, listeners. 246.72 is where it went out, putting up about 1.28 million contracts. That's against an ADV of nearly 1.6 million, so slightly light in small caps land as well. The hot option out there today, 88,000 of the 246 calls expiring again today, 0-day fund. The average price for those, about 33 cents. As we keep on rolling out to the Qs gaining over one, about 1.14% today. So a hot day for the Qs. Also a decent day from a volume perspective, putting up 4.38 million contracts. That's against an ADV of 4.28 million. So exceeding their ADV, if ever so slightly. The hot option in the NASDAQ today, 269,000 of the 610 calls, again, expiring today. Average price for these, about 49 cents. So if you rode these through the close and you bought them, you're looking pretty good right now. As we keep on rolling out to the single names, were they looking pretty good today, listeners? The answer today, listeners, it was decent. 538,000 contracts. We like to see a little bit more to break into the top 10 today. So not lighting the world on fire out there from a volume perspective. That gets us to our new friend, good old Poet. They broke into the top 10 for the first time yesterday, hanging out at number 10 today, putting up, again, 538,000 contracts. Poet closing today, $9.22, rallying another 17% today. So Poet on the rampage. Have you added them to your watch list yet? The hot option out there in Poet, you know it's upside. We were talking about these yesterday. These October expiring on the 31st. 10 calls. It's an interesting strike. It's an interesting expiration. All sorts of fun things going on out there in Poet today, listeners. The average price for these, $1.10. So they are not giving these away. So you can do the math, listeners. Poet's got to at least threaten the 11 handle before October expiration for these bad boys, and for you to have a chance to really scratch these, at least if you're buying them out here right now. Can Poet get there? It can get there by tomorrow. These names are wild. Or it could fall out of bed. Sub $1 again. We'll keep an eye on Poet as the week keeps on rolling. As we keep on rolling, up to number 9, listeners, it's our old pal, the Fruit Company, aka Apple, closing just a tick north of 258 today, gaining about 0.2%. So not exactly a banger day out there for the Fruit Company, listeners. Volume-wise, is all the way down to number 9, so you could tell it's not a banger day. But they were kicked out of the top 10 yesterday by our old pal Poet, so at least they're fighting back a little bit today. 571 on the tape for the Fruit Company today. The hot option out there, 70,000 of the 260s expiring on Friday. Average price for these, about $1.09. So Apple needs to continue this slow grind higher throughout the rest of the week if you're going to have a chance of paying off those bad boys. As we keep on rolling to number 8, it's our old friend SoFi. $28 almost exactly today, off a little over a dime, so not a huge mover for them out there today. Putting up 583,000 contracts on the tape. The hot option out there in SoFi land out there today, listeners, it was 29,000 of the 28 calls expiring this Friday. Average price for these, 68 cents. So they're the at-the-money strike right now. Can we maintain here, drift a little higher before the end of the week? We'll keep an eye on SoFi to find out as we keep on rolling. To number 7, it's our old pal, Intel. 37.43 is where the stock went out, up about about 0.75%. The hot option out there, by the way, putting up 645,000 contracts. The hot option out there in Intel land, 29, almost 30,000 of, once again, the OC 40s. Now, we've been talking about this strike for a while, so there's a chance someone decided discretion is the better part of valor and bailed on some of these. They traded for an average price of 74 cents. This was not opening paper. There is OI on this strike. We'll know for sure tomorrow, but still, there is a good chance someone maybe decided to take the 74 cents they had left and get the heck out of Dodge. As we keep on rolling to number 6, our favorite party game here on the show. Where did open close today? The answer today is $8.49, giving up 80 cents, or about 8.6%. So not a great day for the open folks. 724,000 contracts on the tape for them. The hot option out there, 64,000 of the 9s. Average price for these, 42 cents. Now, again, there is some size OI on this strike, so there is a chance someone came to exit a position from earlier this week. We'll keep an eye on these to find out. As we keep on rolling to number 5, we were just talking about these on our Pro Q&A yesterday. It's good old Webull, a.k.a. Bull. Haven't seen them in the top 10 I'm not sure if we ever have, actually, now that I think about it. Either way, number 5, it's Webull. 894,000 contracts on the tape in Webull. So a hot day out there. They're also bucking the trend. It's not paper expiring this week or even this month. It's the November 15 calls that are dominating the tape today. Average price for these, about $1.25. So they're not giving these away. 16.25. Can we sniff it before November expiration? There's some size flow out there. Now, that said, there is OI on this strike because this is potentially closing papers. Maybe somebody giving up the ghost thinking Webull cannot get there. Either way, it's the no 15s in Webull coming in at number 5 today. Number 4, out to the Amazonians we go. 225.22 is where the stock closed, up nearly $3.50 or about 1.5%. So a decent little day for the Amazonians, putting up 1.08 million contracts. The hot option out there in Amazon today, 83,000 of the 225 calls expiring this Friday. Average price for these about $2. So 227. Can we sniff it by the end of the week, listeners? We'll keep an eye on Amazon to find out as we keep on rolling up to number 3. It's Tesla falling to number 3 today. It's been a wild couple of days, been a wild couple of weeks, really, for Tesla. Closing today, 438.69, gaining back a 560 or about 1.3%. So they clawing their way back, Tesla, after a shellacking earlier this week, putting up 1.84 million contracts on the tape for Tesla. Lately, we've been talking about the 450s and the 440s. What's the hot option out there in Tesla today? It was the 440s again. 77,000 of these going up. Average price for these about $6. This was all opening paper as well. So new paper coming in on the 440 strike. It's within spitting distance, but $6. They're not giving these away. Only a couple of days left. The clock is ticking on these. We'll keep an eye on Tesla as we keep on rolling to number 2. Yes, number 2. It's Nvidia. 189.11 is where it went out today, gaining back about $4 or about 2.2%. So good day for Nvidia bulls. 2.03 million contracts. So kind of light on the volume front for Nvidia. And the hot option out there today, 232,000 of the 190s. Average price for these, $1.64. They are within spitting distance. But again, the clock is ticking. Only 2 more sessions left this week. Can we keep the rally going in order for these bad boys to pay off if you are indeed long them? As we keep on rolling to the number 1 spot, who is topping our list yet again today, listeners? It's our old pal AMD, kicking Nvidia and Tesla to the curb. Once again, $235.56 is where this stock went out, up another $24 or about 11.33%. Just absolutely wild. We've been talking for a while here about this action we've seen in AMD post their announcement with OpenAI. OpenAI is getting in bed with everybody out there these days, listeners. So some wild stuff out there. Clearly more upside coming in today, putting up nearly 2.6 million contracts. So a very active day. You know it's active when they're kicking Tesla and Nvidia to the curb. The hot option on a very hot day in AMD, 104,000 of the 230 calls. Average price for these, about $4.55. So by our back of the napkin math here, these are looking pretty good. The stock closed today, again, $235.56. So even at that lofty average price, these calls are still winners out there, listeners. You know, you're all winners when you're checking out the Hot Options Report. We appreciate you for tuning in. We'll see you back here tomorrow for our usual array of network content on Thursday. Got the option block kicking things off, followed by This Week in Futures Options, before we wrap it up again tomorrow, another episode of the Hot Options Report. Stay safe out there, everybody.
Check out public.com/optionsbrief and discover the most cost-effective way to trade options. Paid for by Public Investing. Full disclosures in podcast description.
You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.